Did you know your business can honor God while transforming lives around the world? Welcome to the iBAM Biblical Entrepreneurship Show, the weekly podcast that inspires and equips Christian entrepreneurs to build sustainable businesses that glorify God and uplift impoverished communities. At iBAM, our mission is built on the three fish metaphor. Give a fish. We provide startup loans to launch businesses. Teach to fish. We offer entrepreneur training for lasting growth. Equip for discipleship. We empower discipleship to multiply impact. Join iBAM's founder, Steve Adams, as he shares powerful solo episodes and expert interviews filled with mentorship, insights, and real-life stories of how biblical entrepreneurship is advancing the Great Commission. Subscribe now and get ready to be inspired, equipped, and empowered to make an eternal impact.
You're not either or, integrating faith and work without compromise. Have you ever felt like you're living two lives? On Sunday, you're the faithful believer, singing hymns, praying earnestly, serving in church. But then Monday comes. The emails, the deadlines, the staff meetings. And suddenly, your faith feels like it has to stay in the parking lot while you walk into the office. You're not alone. Across the world, Christian entrepreneurs, professionals, and givers confess the same tension. Am I supposed to be a business person or a believer? Can I actually be both without compromise? Today, I want to invite you into a different vision, one that says, you're not either or. You were never meant to split your life in two. Your work and your worship were always meant to belong together. This is the heartbeat of business's mission, and it's why iBAM exists. The false divide. Let's be honest, most of us were taught, sometimes directly, sometimes subtly, that business is secular and ministry is sacred. The result? We compartmentalize. We give our tithe, but not our talent. We offer our Sunday, but not our strategy. We sacrifice our money, but not our marketplace. And yet Scripture tells a different story. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3 verse 23. Proverbs celebrates wise stewardship, diligence, and multiplying resources. Jesus himself taught with parables about talents, vineyards, and investments. The divide isn't biblical, it's cultural, and it's costing the kingdom. Because when we tell entrepreneurs, executives, or donors that their real ministry can only happen from a pulpit, we cut off the very channels God designed to disciple nations through business. The tension you feel is real. If you've ever wrestled with guilt around ambition, if you've ever hidden your business wins at church for fear of looking worldly, if you've ever wondered whether your $10 gift even matters in the face of global need, you're not crazy. You're caught in the false belief that faith and business can't live in the same room. But here's the truth. The enemy doesn't need to destroy your calling. He just needs you to believe it's not holy. And that's where many get stuck. Donors hesitate, thinking small gifts won't matter. Entrepreneurs procrastinate, fearing failure would look like faithlessness. Pastors hold back, worried their congregation will think business is too worldly for missions. But every one of those doubts is a lie, because kingdom impact has never depended on scale, polish, or perfection. It has always depended on obedience. Think of the boy with the 5 loaves and 2 fish. Too small in human hands, but miraculous in God's. Think of David stepping onto the battlefield, not dressed like Goliath, but carrying a slingshot and faith. God multiplies what you surrender, not what you silo. What integration looks like. So what does it actually look like to integrate faith and work without compromise? Let me share some real stories from iBAM's movement. Patience in Zambia. Patience used to struggle with business discipline. Since joining iBAM, she's learned budgeting, marketing, and accountability. But more importantly, she's grown spiritually. She says, iBAM has helped me grow as a person and as a business owner. I've become more determined than before. Mephiso's transformation. Mephiso shares how his iBAM training taught him to share his faith through business and to encourage the youth to see entrepreneurship as collective well-being, not just personal profit. Elijah's chicken business. In Zambia, Elijah leads a chicken business that funds ministry while creating jobs. He says, "I've seen how our chicken business can impact society and spread the gospel." iBAM's empowerment through knowledge and resources could transform Africa and the world. Claire in Central Asia. Claire started with a small flower and coffee shop. With iBAM training and microloans, she expanded to multiple branches across Central Asia. Today, she employs missionaries, supports church plants, and dreams of franchising her business to fund even more ministry. Surian in Indonesia. Surian employs struggling students in his business, prays with them, and mentors them through work. His shop isn't just a workplace, it's a discipleship hub. Do you see the pattern? Business isn't the obstacle to ministry. It's the vehicle for it. Work isn't what you do outside your faith. It's the altar where your faith is lived out daily. Why this matters now? Why does this matter so much right now? Because traditional charity models are collapsing under mistrust. Donors are skeptical. Leaders are weary of handouts. Communities are hungry for something sustainable. And because Christian entrepreneurs, maybe like you, are isolated, they're longing for community that understands the unique calling of integrating faith and business. The world doesn't need more silos. It needs discipleship that flows through every sphere: economics, family, and faith. When you integrate your faith and work, you don't just create jobs. You create disciple makers. The iBAM way. At iBAM, we've built a simple but powerful framework called the 3-fish model. 1. Give a fish. Provide microloans to launch businesses. 2. Teach to fish. Train entrepreneurs with biblical business principles. 3. Equip for discipleship. Empower them to use their businesses as platforms for evangelism and mentoring. This isn't theory. It's happening right now in Africa, Asia, and beyond. Every $10 per month impact partner helps fund this cycle. Every startup member learns to launch their God-given business dream. Every church partner mobilizes their congregation to disciple nations through enterprise. It's not charity, it's transformation, the belief shift. So here's the belief shift we want to leave you with. You're not either or. You're not forced to choose between sacred and secular. You were created for integration. Your boardroom can be a pulpit. Your business plan can be a discipleship strategy. Your donation can be an investment in eternity. Faith and work don't compete. They complete each other. The tension you felt isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of calling. God has placed you in business, in leadership, in generosity, not to divide your life, but to integrate it. So what's your next step? If you're a giver who wants your $10 to multiply into disciple makers, become an impact partner today. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur, join our startup membership and get the tools you need to launch with God at the center. If you're a church leader, partner with us to equip your entire congregation for business as mission. You're not either or. You're exactly who God designed to integrate faith and work without compromise. Together, we're not just funding businesses. We're discipling nations.
Listening to the International Business as Mission podcast, a space where we explore how to build businesses rooted in biblical principles that create global impact. But we're not just here to talk. We're taking action to spread entrepreneurship to poverty-stricken communities around the world. Our mission is to be the catalyst that empowers people to build sustainable livelihoods and break the cycle of poverty. We follow the 3-fish principle: give a fish, providing startup loans to empower entrepreneurs. 2. Teach to fish, offering entrepreneurial training for sustainable business practices. And 3. Equip for disciple making, building a community that supports spiritual growth alongside business success. This is life-changing work, but we can't do it alone. We need passionate impact partners like you to join us on this mission. By becoming a donor, your generous gift will directly fund the establishment of new businesses that provide dignified work and hope. Just imagine, your donation could help a single mother in rural Africa start a small farming venture that allows her to feed her children and send them to school. Or a young man in Southeast Asia to launch a small business, breaking the chains of generational poverty. This is the power of entrepreneurship as a force for good. Will you join us in unleashing it? Go to ibam.org now to start impacting lives through the transformative power of business as mission. Together, we can create a world of flourishing.